This is my story. Join my expeditionary force while they seek to tame the legendary monster, the Griffin matriarch. Greetings, everyone. I'm your host, Jay Voodoo Child. Please excuse the upfront teaser and the self-promotion segment, as I am a content creator trying to grow the channel. Subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I release new content. If this video was informative or entertaining, please consider giving it a thumbs up and share it with other communities while respecting their rules about cross-promotions. But outside of feeding the algorithm, your comments are very important. This channel is not just about my take on things. I wish it also to be a place for constructive conversations that will hopefully help the next viewer. Thank you all for watching, but enough of this. On with the show. Chapter 1. Illyria. Your expedition has made camp on the outskirts of Illyrian lands, beyond the farthest northern reaches of Archaea. The world is already different from what you know, full of light, rain, and deep green forests, the smell of rich loom. Yet this is just the beginning. Your goal lies even farther away, near the outermost bounds of the world as your people know it, where rivers flow with gold and gemstones, and the cliffs and caves reverberate with the cries of fantastical beasts. One of them is your quarry, the Griffin. Your journey will be difficult, and the battle at the end even more so. Steel yourself and make preparations. Tactical training in the forests and mud. The thickly forested hills and mountains of this land, and farther north, are by all accounts an unforgiving battleground in and of themselves. When you first entered, your followers were frustrated by them, loudly complaining, unprepared for the shifting terrain and the ragged undergrowth creeping among the massive trunks of oak and ash. When they hear your plan, a series of mock battles against the local tribes, all of them in the forest, they are silent and sullen, but you know that before they can master the terrain, they must hate it. And what better reason to hate them than to die repeatedly at the hands of animal herders armed with wooden sticks and shields made of rotten logs. And we have gained terrain 15% charge, 50% melee, and 15% battle speed for all units in the hero army, including all of my fast centaurs. Some of them have taken damage, but all of them have gained experience of 2 ranks. Let the journey continue. Chapter 2. Meet the Illyrians. You have started the arduous journey through Illyria. The weather is not on your side, and neither are the locals. Wild, godless tribes, death cults, and savages. And when they seem to know the Olympian gods, they know of them in strange ways, and their stories of them are poor in wisdom, and rich in bloody sacrifice. As you near the territory of a coalition of tribes known for their particular bloodthirsty war chief, you awaken one morning to find the man himself and a full complement of well-armed warriors waiting outside the boundaries of your camp. They don't appear impressed by what they see. The dark woods all around rustle ominously. Challenge them. You have expected these savages, all blackened in teeth and colored rivered stones, and pieces of leather to make you think that they are the skin of their enemies. But you have prepared, and you have learned how to beat them. The rustling woods around you are no doubt the Illyrian men lying in wait. Rustling woods behind them, those are your men. You whistle sharply, giving the signal. Battle is joined. After it's all over, your men are bloodied, but his are broken. As long as this journey lasts, he will be your captive, and his warriors will be yours. We have gained a show force. The weakened of your enemies turn to strength for your warriors, plus 20% morale, and plus 50% charge bonus of all units. So during the fight, we have gained 2 warriors, neither of which I think I can recruit myself. However, I've taken more damage here and here. But we've gained 3 more ranks for a total of 5, and for our new recruits, 3, along with the added benefits. The journey begins and continues. Chapter 3, Crossing the Istros. As you go further north, the weather turns. Nature itself becomes your enemy, ill-suited as you are to such conditions. At last you reach the fearsome, swift-flowing Istros, near the place where it joins the Ixian Sea. Neither martial skill nor quality of arms will help you here. The river rages, spurred on by the cold breath of Boreas. The local villagers you ask for help are simple river fishermen, but they tell you of a camp of traders tasked with carrying goods to the Ixian seaports, so one of them may know a way around the river, for a price. As you are about to visit them, a sentry comes to you and tells you that he has spotted a lone centaur in the fields next to your camp that wants to speak to you, but you must hurry. Approach the centaur. He is waiting for you in an open field, leaning on a massive staff. When you tell him of your mission, he replies, "I'm aware, soldier. I'm Concius. I come from Illyrian lands, same as you. I brought some of our finest horses as a gift for a local king. I heard about you. There is a way through the river that you wouldn't find without me. I can lead you to my tribe's allies, the Amarspoi." It turns out to be a massive, almost impossible natural bridge hanging over one of the gorges of the Istros. It could easily accommodate the whole army marching at the same time. When asked, the centaur hints that at one time it had, but in the opposite direction. So, we picked up 2 centaur elders and no additional effects. We have the same expedition effects as Chapter 2. And the story continues. Chapter 4, Meeting the Amarspoi. Your journey to the Griffin mountains passes uneventfully to your surprise. The villagers are fewer and further apart, and the land is uniformly level and featureless. Despite the weather, you make good time, spurred on by the gigantic looming bulk of the Riffians on the horizon. One day you barely manage to save one of your men as he almost drowns in a glittering brook. There was gold dust carried in the water. I swear by the gods. Another of your men jibes. "Yes, Celios, you tried to drink it, then what? Piss in your water skin to be rich?" The laughter stops as you notice a group of men and women approach from afar. They are clad in close-fitting leather and gold. They are one-eyed and muscled like champion athletes, even the women. They are the Amarspoi. Ask them to help you. Concius gallops ahead and the Amarspoi draw near. They shout gleefully and for a while completely forget about you, talking in loud, excited voices as the centaur listens and sometimes answers them in a deep, calm tones. Finally, you and some of your men join them, and you suggest that the Amarspose be your companions in the hunt for the Griffin. Concius looks dubious, but relays your words. Hearing that, the Amarspose look at you silently for a few moments. With their single eye and unfamiliar features, their expressions are unreadable. Finally, they nod and respond. They are always ready, Concius translate. You'd better be too. So, we've gained the Amarspose routine, which include 4 warriors, 1 on horseback, and the hunt for the Griffin draws near. Chapter 5: The Hunt. You are close to the summit of your destination and due for another rest when one of your men shouts for you to come and see something. A little way above you, at the edge of what looks like a small plateau, there is a massive nest, perched at the dizzying juncture of a vertical rock and a huge tree, jutting almost horizontally over the abyss. It looks like half of your expeditionary force could fit inside the nest, and through its large woven branches you glimpse the unmistakable glitter of gold. Griffins, however, are nowhere to be seen. Your people are already slavering at the sight of the treasure, and surely there's time to go up and take what you can before you prepare for battle. Hold off and find good shooting positions. You cannot risk dividing your forces. The monster could arrive at any moment. You decide to prepare your battle from range with arrows and slings and javelins, and find the best approach towards the plateau that would allow you to do damage before the monster even reaches the ground. You quickly reach open ground, easily enough to see it approach from afar. It's difficult to gauge the distance because the Griffin is so much bigger than any eagle or any lion, for that matter. It has the right to be, but at least you are ready. And then you hear rustling in the woods. From the edge of the forest line emerge the Amarspose. Your men start cheering until they realize the Griffin is not the target, it is you. Gritting your teeth, you prepare. So, we've gained the high ground. Some extra range for all my centaurs. And we lost this and gained this. I'm not sure what statistical changes this brings about with my 4 units of Amarspose. There's nothing reflected here that kind of shows me the effect. But anyway, let the taming begin. Our questing is over.